Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Real Talk Bougie. Guys, if you blinked, you would have missed this hearing that was getting ready to happen in Fulton County Courthouse. Guys, the guy who is on the screen right now, you may or may not know who he is, but his name is Kelvin Evans. He is the person from the Atlanta metro area who is accused with breaking in to the vehicle of some employees, the choreography team of Beyonce when she was in town for the Cowboy Carter tour. So, yes, they did identify the person and he was arrested. He is actually currently sitting in Fulton County and he was set to have a hearing today. And let me tell you what happened. We're going to get into it in just one second. But let me read this to you really quick. Okay. Atlanta Police Department has arrested a man named Kelvin Lanier Evans in connection with the robbery where materials that contained unreleased music from the singer Beyonce were reportedly stolen. In July, it was reported that a person had broken into a vehicle and stolen hard drives from Beyonce's choreographer, Christopher Grant, and dancer DeAndre Blue's rental car. A mugshot of Kevin Lanier Evans from Fulton County Sheriff's Office. Beyonce looks on during her campaign rally at this is a basically they're giving the footnotes for the credits for the pictures. But yes, this is Kelvin Lanier Evans mugshot. Those hard drives contained watermarked, unreleased music, set lists for future and past shows, as well as footage plans for the tour, according to reports released at the time. The alleged robbery occurred while Beyonce was on her Cowboy Carter tour, which she celebrated for its genre blending artistry, culture, commentary, and has become a focal point for fan attention. Beyonce, recognized as one of the most popular, decorated, influential artists of her generation, has had a string of hits over the last 2 decades, including Crazy in Love, Single Ladies, Texas Hold'em. Evans was taken into custody in late August and booked into Fulton County Jail, according to a report from the Atlanta Police Department, which Newsweek was directed to in response to the request for comment. Report details that allegedly stolen items have not been recovered. The Atlanta Police Department released a 911 call during which Grant said, "They have my computers," and it's really, really important information in there. "I work for someone who is like of a high status, and I really need my computers and everything." Grant and Blue reported that the window to the boot of the vehicle was smashed as per the police call. Evans is being held on $20,000 bond according to his booking records and remains in custody. According to publicly available records in Fulton County Sheriff's Office, Evans has an extensive arrest record. His first arrest in Fulton County Sheriff's Office record was in January 2002. Let's go into court, and then I've got a couple of videos, but this actually happened just a few minutes ago. I was going to stream it live, but it literally ended in like 3 minutes. Let's get into it. So they're ready to go. They're actually getting ready at this point to have a preliminary hearing. And this is what happens.
Judge, I do have an announcement on Petition 11 to provide some context. This is a matter where Judge Wolf appointed us in mid-hearing at the first appearance hearing. he has indicated, Mr. Evans has indicated to me that he's consulted with some private attorneys, and he would like me to ask for a reset on his behalf, so that he can pay a private attorney if there's additional information that he feels a private attorney may be able to uncover.
And this is the first time it's on this calendar, I assume.
It is, Judge.
Any objection from the state?
No objection from the state, Your Honor. Just ask for the reset date for the record for the officer.
Mr. Fox 5 News, I'm sorry it's not any more exciting for you, sir.
That's all right.
You get to come back and do this again.
Thank you.
And you hear the date now.
2016?
10/16, October 16, 2025 is going to be a reset date.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Witness, you get to come back as well.
Phenomenal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That addressed everything as it pertains to position.
Back now with a major break in the case of Beyonce's stolen, unreleased music. Police saying they've arrested a suspect after suitcases were taken from her choreographer's car ahead of the star's Atlanta Cowboy Carter shows back in July. You might remember this frantic 911 call from her choreographer.
They have my computers, and it's really, really important information in there. Like, I work with someone who's like of a high status.
I want to bring in NBC's Priscilla Thompson, who's been following this for us from the beginning. So, Priscilla, what more do we know about the suspect and ultimately how police were able to track him down?
Yeah, Ellison. So the suspect's name is Kelvin Evans, and he has been booked at the Fulton County Jail, charged with entering an automobile or motor vehicle with intent to commit theft or felony. And you might remember when we first reported on this story, police had said at that time that there was surveillance video. And according to this arrest warrant, that was really the key in this case. So they see on video a red Hyundai pull into the parking spot next to this Jeep Wagoneer that was broken into. They see the driver of the Hyundai get out of the vehicle. He's shining a light in the Wagoneer, and then he goes around to the back, and they say that you can see him taking suitcases out of the Wagoneer, putting them into the Hyundai, and then he drives off. And so police were able to look at the license plate, read that license plate, and track that vehicle down. They pulled over a woman who was driving the vehicle and arrested and charged her with a separate possession of marijuana crime. But as part of that, they interviewed her, and she says, you know what? My uncle borrowed the vehicle on the day when this theft happened. He said he was going to take it for 5 minutes. He ended up being gone for 30 minutes. And sure enough, when he returned, there were 4 black suitcases in the vehicle. And she says that she didn't think anything of it. She went on about her day. But then at a certain point, her uncle asked her to return those suitcases to him. And so she goes to this apartment to meet him, where, again, much like in a parking garage, there are video cameras. And he is seen taking these suitcases from that car and taking them inside an apartment there. And so police have all of this video evidence, and they say that was a huge part in tracking him down.
So, Priscilla, do police say that this individual knew what he was getting? Did it just seem like this was a random, quote unquote, crime of opportunity? And in terms of that hard drive with Beyonce's unreleased music, was that actually recovered?
Yeah, the big question, right? So we've reached out to Atlanta police asking that specific question. They have not responded, but I will note that with the charges, this person, Evans, is charged with intent to commit theft or felony. It doesn't appear that he's actually charged with theft or felony, so we'll wait to see what more comes from that. But the other interesting thing from this arrest warrant is that police say on the video, Evans actually approached a different vehicle before he went to the Wagoneer. So this may have been completely random when you think about that. And it's unclear if he even knew what he actually had possession of or whose car he was breaking into. But I will leave you with a quote from Beyonce, and we'll take it back to her Lemonade album when she said, "When you play me, you play yourself." Ellison?
Priscilla Thompson.
Okay.
Excellent stuff. Thank you.
We thank you for watching.
Okay, so let's get into something else. Hold on just a second. Let me pull this up. As they stated in the report, Mr. Evans has an extensive background. We're not going to get all the way into it at this moment. It's impossible. but we'll just do a quick scrollation. As they said, it goes back to 2002, and 2002 it does. It's giving a lot from Fulton County, Morehouse College Police Department, Atlanta Police, Sandy Springs, all of the things, East Point, MARTA Police, Hapeville, everything, anything. It's a lot. So leading up to this situation, and here we are. So entering automobile or other motor vehicle with intent to commit theft or felony. That's probably just the start of it. Also, you might want to notice other agency hold, parole violation. He has what appears to be a $20,000 bond, but at the end of the day, baby, he has a parole violation. He's just like Judge Manning would say, you're not getting out. So guys, what do you think? Anyway, like the news anchor stated, when you play Beyonce, you play yourself. Sir may not have known that he was entering into Beyonce's vehicle. I would imagine Beyonce's choreographer, how would he know? Right? And they were randomly going to this place for lunch. So it's not, unless he had some ability to follow these people and knew what they had in their possession. But at the end of the day, it's appearing to be some sort of crime of opportunity. But in the end of the day, sir is in some deep trouble. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye, guys.